award this evening is the Turner Wildlife Adventure Award. Now, this award is obviously about adventure, but it's also about a personal account of someone's experiences with wildlife. Now, there are two finalists in this category, which are about as different as two films could possibly be. They are Robin Williams with Dolphins, produced by Jeremy Bradshaw, and Attenborough in Paradise, filmed by Mike Potts.
I first read about birds of paradise when I think I was 10 or something, and they seemed to me the most glamorous birds in the world, certainly some of the most mysterious and very little known, and extraordinarily beautiful, and I always wanted to film them.
He's clearly not much of a dancer, but with a costume like that, who would need to be?
You know, what we wanted to do was to work with somebody who had plenty of enthusiasm, was good on television, great communicator, but who had no knowledge, because that's where the audience starts from.
I don't know what they're like, except they're smooth, fast, bright, playful. Sounds like Sharon Stone, doesn't it?
And then we learn through that person, in the span of a program, about an animal, but you take the audience with you. These are programs which are trying to reach out to a new audience for wildlife. You know, I think many of the programs at Wildscreen are made for people who already love wildlife.
I reckon they are at least 100 feet above the ground. It is very difficult country. They are very shy birds. They do live in remote places. The tropical heat and the heavy rains produce a really rich environment. There are a lot of leeches. It rains every day. There are a lot of mosquitoes. I've been watching this perch since very first light, and that's quite grueling.
Robin Williams chose well, I think. You know, warm water, tropics, smiling animal. But, you know, we do go into the wilderness.
I'm in dolphin territory at last. But how are we going to find them in all this blue?
And we had to wait day after day after day for encounters with, you know, a wild pod of spotted dolphins. You're in 60 feet of water. There are sharks coming in. Now, that really is in the wild.
We pretty well got what I wrote down on a piece of paper on the back of an envelope when we first started planning this. That is to say, representatives of every main group of the Birds of Paradise family. There are members of the family whose display, the dances that they do, which is the most exciting part of their lives as far as I'm concerned, has never been observed scientifically.
Those things like arms are not his wings, they're those epaulets. So that's what he does with them.
Cynics may say that these are rather tepid wildlife shows, but we have got some extraordinary sequences. I mean, take those dolphins in South Carolina beaching themselves, driving the mullet onto the shore, you know, which is an absolutely unique bit of film.
It's got a lot of autobiography in it, it's got history in it, it's got art in it, it's got hard science in it, and it's got philosophy in it. And strung along the thread of one particular journey. So I can't think of any other film I've made that's remotely like it.
We get big audience figures with these programs, both here and in America. Audiences are between 8 and 10 million in Britain. We've made 10 episodes. We'll probably make another 20 more. You know, worldwide, people want this kind of programming.
In this award were Hugh Miles for PUMA-LION of the Andes, Des and Jen Bartlett for Sea of Sand, and Jeff and Sue Turner for Wolves and Buffaloes. Let's take a look at those clips.
After 3.5 months, she's finally trusting me. It's a wonderful moment. I'm always dubious about giving wild animals names, but she's such a special cat. I'll call her Penny, after an old friend.
The winner of the Turner Wildlife Film Award goes to PUMA-LION of the Andes. Producer, camera operator and scriptwriter to collect the award is Hugh Miles.
The shy and elusive puma is seldom seen, let alone filmed. All the more credit then to Hugh Miles for this 2-year study of the animal, filmed among the southern Andes in Chile.